Coach and Temple, on behalf of Mayor Nutter and the entire city, congratulations for winning the Mayor's Cup. Doing it Philly style. Go Owls!
Another year, another trophy. But could this be the last Mayor's Cup? It's back. The season premiere of OwlSports Update starts right now. Hello and welcome to the first OwlSports Update show of the year. I'm Seth Wozniak alongside Danielle Maslany.
Welcome to the first show here at OwlSports. When it comes to early September, we have all football, at least most of the time. Temple football kicked off its season the same way it has for the past 3 years. Last Friday night, the Owls hosted crosstown rival Villanova in the annual Mayor's Cup. After losing the first year, Temple had won the last two, looking for the three-peat. The Owls came out ready for action in the first game of the season, home at the Link against Philadelphia local Villanova. Nova would receive first, but the Owls were the ones moving the chains. Chris Coyer starts things off with a run to the left side and converts for the first down. He finished the night with 80 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. Coyer rushing again, but oh no, he shuffles it to sophomore Kenny Harper for a touchdown, and Temple strikes first with a 7-0 lead, and Harper is loving every second of that score. Villanova on the move for their first lead. Nova's starting quarterback Chris Poloni drops back and unleashes this bomb, but to the other team. That's Vaughn Caraway on the receiving end, and an interception and taking it 58 yards for a touchdown, giving Temple a 13-3 lead. And there's a familiar face, Bernard Pierce making an appearance at the game in civilian clothes, and that play deserves a Twitter shout out. As for the current players, Coyer again making a play with his legs as he runs through the Nova defense en route to this 19-yard touchdown, giving Temple a 21-3 lead. The Wildcats would respond though. John Robertson came into the game to replace an ineffective Poloni and rushes for a 5-yard touchdown, but this is the only time a Villanova player crosses the goal line. Matt Brown, who worked the backfield with Pierce last year, is the feature back this year, and he makes sure everyone knows on this play. Brown scampers into the end zone for a 56-yard run, part of the 145 yards he racked up on the night. The Owls will prove to be too much to handle in this game as they rout Villanova 41-10, bringing home the Mayor's Cup. Adazio, now 2-0 in the Mayor's Cup, will have the trophy for another year.
Friday night marked the start of the Owls football season, and with the season opener, it brought about many questions regarding the future of Temple's typical season opener. The 2012 Mayor's Cup may have been the last meeting between Temple and Nova.
Since 2009, the Owls have started their season against crosstown rivals Villanova. But after Temple's move to the Big East and the end of a 4-year contract between the two schools, many believe that 2012 would serve as the last Mayor's Cup. Coach Adazio, however, is not convinced this would be the last meeting with the Wildcats.
I think it's great. I mean, what's wrong with this? You play a non-conference game against a Philadelphia team, there's 33,000 people, and it's a heck of a deal. I mean, I don't know. They get on the bus, they drive over. I mean, there's not a lot of travel expense. I mean, I think it's good for the city. It's good for college football, so I'm all for that.
Villanova head coach Andy Talley also addressed his concern about renewing the Mayor's Cup rivalry, stating, quote, "We would love to play Temple every year. This game is great because it is two Philadelphia teams playing in Philadelphia. There is no travel. It is great for the fans of both programs." Philadelphia's Mayor Nutter added to the conversation, stating, "For the new freshmen who go to Temple or Villanova, those who grew up unaccustomed to Philadelphia sports, this is going to be their first exposure to Philadelphia football." And after 4 years, the 12-mile rivalry is still very much alive.
I came out here today, I wanted to get something established, to be honest with you, okay? I want to establish that, that toughness. I just want to see that, I just want to see us have the ability to go after mouth. That's my call, and that's what I wanted.
Temple's dominance on the field has elevated, marking their third straight win over the Wildcats. With a combined score 83-17 over the last 2 years, the Owls have seen similar results with the fans in the stadium. 32 of the 33,000 fans were supporting the Cherry and White. sparking Temple's interest in the future Mayor's Cup.
Villanova's committed in 13, 14, and 15 for their one non-conference game, and Temple's schedule's fairly filled up, and conversations will be ongoing about the possibility of continuing that series in 2016 on.
While the negotiations have begun between two schools, Temple has a full schedule for 2013, which leaves Nova on the outside looking in.
While the game against Nova wasn't a Big East game, there is a certain level of increased excitement when it comes to this year's Temple Owls, thanks to the new conference. And that is exactly what head coach Steve Adazio and the Owls were hoping for. Updates Johnny Mailer has the story.
It was a great night out there tonight. We're really excited. You know, we had a great crowd. Temple brought about 32 of the 33,000 people were Temple fans.
It was the third largest crowd at Lincoln Financial Field in the history of Temple football, and the largest crowd of the Mayor's Cup series. But one of the most important numbers was the amount of students that came to support their school.
We had over 10,000 students there, filling the link. Great night for college football.
And just how did they get to the game?
We're on the bus right now heading down to Lincoln Financial Field where our Temple Owls are taking on the Villanova Wildcats in the 4th annual Mayor's Cup. The Owls won the last 2 games, and I think we all know who's going to win tonight as well. Right, guys?
The energy was through the roof on the way to the game as students were excited for their first look at their Big East team.
I'm super excited. Like, I can't wait. Like, I was preparing the whole week for this game. Like, I'm super excited.
It's a definite must-win. Like, we really have to set the tone for the rest of the season. If we come out of this game confident, I think that'll set the tone for the rest of the season.
But that energy shifted when they heard that the Owls were predicted to finish at the bottom of the Big East standings.
What? No, they don't know what they're talking about. They must not know. We got to show them.
Obviously going to be a little harder against bigger competition, but I think we got it. I think we can do it.
If the students continue to come out to the games to back their team, it could make all the difference when it comes to having home field advantage. Reporting for OwlSports, I'm Johnny Mailer.
Time to take a break, but stick around. When we come back, the women's soccer team played 2 games over the holiday weekend.
And we check out the women's volleyball team at the Palestra for the Big 5 tournament. OwlSports Update, we'll be right back.
Listen, I know you're upset, but it was just one date. And dating's like the stock market. There's ups and downs and ups. So always buy low.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Welcome back to OwlSports Update. Teams from around the Philadelphia area gathered at this historical Palestra this weekend for the Big 5 volleyball tournament. Here we've got Temple up against Nova. Early in the first set, Temple starts off strong with not 1, but 2 huge blocks from junior middle blocker Anna Marie Bone. Then sophomore Tiffany Conister sets up junior Gabriella Matuatia for the kill to end the first set, 25-23 Temple. The Owls continue their success into the second set as Conister once again sets up sophomore junior Jennifer Jacobin for a dominating middle kill. Despite Temple's great effort, the Owls can't hang on, and Villanova goes on to win the match 3-2. Although the Owls could not hold on to beat Villanova, Temple ended its weekend on a positive note. The Owls went on to defeat LaSalle with a 3-0 sweep and took down the Quakers. The Owls won 8 total sets over 3 matches, while Penn won 7 and Villanova only won 6, giving Temple the title. At 4-3 overall, the Owls are off to their best start in a season since 2006.
The Temple women's soccer team was pretty busy this past weekend. On Friday, the Owls picked up their first win of the season, beating New Jersey Institute of Technology 1-0 on Kate Jurovic's second goal of the season. 2 days later, the Owls took on crosstown rival Penn at Rhodes Field. The Owls had some good chances in the first half, including this cross to senior defender Brittany Wallner. Brittany has an open shot, and unfortunately, the shot is off target. Quaker forward Carrie Scalora places this shot right into Temple goalkeeper Tara Murray's hands. Murray ended the night with a total of 8 saves. Close to 10 minutes into the half, Penn defender Brianna Rano curves this kick right over the Owls' defense. The Quakers scored yet another goal with 13 minutes left in the game. The Owls find little offense in a 2-0 loss.
So how long do you think you can kick a field goal?
I'd say maybe 20 yards. How about you, Seth?
Well, I used to play sweeper for soccer, so, I'm thinking like 30, 40 yards,
You might have me on that, but maybe we should give it a shot after the show.
Yeah, why don't we go into the nest first?
All right, let's take a look, guys. Senior Brandon McManus is the season's first Big East specialist of this week. McManus set the school record for career field goals in Friday's win over Villanova, surpassing Bill Wright with 48 balls through the upright.
And Temple senior Chelsea Tupulua was named the MVP of the 2012 Big Five tournament. She helped the women's volleyball team to a 2-1 record and the Big Five tournament record for the first time. Tupulua currently ranks 6th among all players in the Atlantic 10 with 4.33 digs per set.
And finally, former Temple gymnast Blake Collins has been hired as graduate extern. Collins won the bronze medal on the horizontal bars at the ECAC Championship individual finals. He also served as a team captain.
And that'll do it for this edition of OwlSports Update.
Be sure to get down to the link on Saturday where the Owls take on Maryland for its second game of the season. Kickoff's at noon.
For everything OwlSports, you can find us online at OwlSports.com. Until next Thursday, I'm Seth Wozniak.
And I'm Danielle Maslany. Have a great day, guys.